Hola, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be talking about some preterite conjugations, and we call this group of verbs funky stems. So we've already started reviewing the preterite tense earlier in class. It's been a while since we worked with it, but now we're going to get back at it. So hopefully that review kind of helped you brush up on the preterite tense. So today we're going to work with a specific set of verbs. You've already seen these verbs before, so you don't have to worry about learning new verbs. It's just we're going to learn how to use them in the preterite tense. So with that being said, if you've got your notes out in front of you, I would encourage you to add anything that you would like to, any thoughts, any musings as you are watching the video. So let's do it. Okay, first we have to remember, what is the stem of a verb? We've talked about this from the very beginning of the year, but what is the stem of a verb? Remember, the stem of the verb is the base of what's left after you take off that AR, ER, or IR ending. So, for example, we've got our verb llevar. What does llevar mean? Remember? Okay, good. And then you're going to wear, right? Okay. And then if we drop that AR, then we are just left with llev, and that is our stem. So why do we call these verbs funky stems in the preterite tense? Why are their stems funky? Well, it's because their stem changes in the preterite tense to from what their infinitive is. So for the last example, llevar is just a regular AR verb, but if that stem was to change, then we would consider it a funky stem. They also have a different set of endings than the regular AR, ER, or IR verbs. All right, drum roll please. Here are our funky stems. Well, some of them. We'll get more later. But we've got estar, which means to be, and our stem is estuv. So instead of EST as our stem, our funky stem is estuv. Poder, remember, means to be able to or can. But in the preterite tense, its meaning changes just a little bit. And this is really important for you guys to make sure that you're comfortable with, that it more means like succeeded, someone was managed to do something, or if it's no, if you make it negative, then they failed to do something. So pur. And then poner means to put, and our stem is pus. And then saber means to know, but again, it's another one that changes meanings. Found out in the preterite tense is soup, not sup, but soup. And then finally, tener, to have, means to. And remember, these verbs in the preterite tense have already taken place. So instead of have, what would be our ending, or what would be that conjugation in English? If you said had, you are correct. All right, and then here are their endings. We've got iste, o, imos, isteis, and ieron. And take a look at these conjugations for just a minute, and what observations can you make? Oh.
Staff, just a reminder, department chair meeting is
There's a department chair meeting.
Department chair meeting is in the office conference room.
It's in the office conference room. We're just going to keep going. Hopefully you notice that they don't have any accents. And notice we're starting to follow some patterns. So like, for example, to form the vosotros form, you take the to form and add is still. So we've seen that in our AR and ER and IR conjugations as well. And also notice they've got some of the similar patterns as some of our other endings. So hopefully that'll help you out as well. All right, so now here's an opportunity to practice. I would like for you to write those 10 conjugations of those verbs in the preterite tense using our funky stems. So I'm going to go ahead and let you hit pause and make sure that you're processing through this information, and then we will check your answers here shortly. All right, here are your answers. Let's see how you did. Number 1 should be tuve. Number 2, número 2, supimos. 3, pudo. 4, pusieron. 5, estuvisteis. It's kind of a mouthful. Número 6, puso. 7, estuve. 8, pudimos. 9, supiste. And 10, tuvieron. So we'll work on the pronunciation of these verbs. Make sure that if you have any questions, you jot those down, and we will get a lot of repetition with these conjugations as you come back into class. All right, gracias, adios.